Take a look at these two guys. The first is Kurt. He's been with his girlfriend for 6 years, and they have 3 beautiful children, and they have another one on the way. So that's going to make 4. Then we have Aaron. He's a scuba diver who got dumped by his girlfriend just last week. And they look like 2 average all-American guys, but there's something about Aaron and Kurt that you might find shocking. They are both straight guys who, for the right price, have sex with men on camera. They've even done gay porn scenes together. They are straight men who admit, I'm gay for pay. This is Kurt, and Kurt made news recently when he got fired from his job at the Subway sandwich shop. I'm sure we've all had Subway sandwiches, right? He just got fired from Subway for his work in gay porn. So you went on a job interview for Subway, Kurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And did you tell the owner that you did porn?
Yeah, I mean...
Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, I wanted to be careful. I was like, well, maybe I should be honest. You know, honesty is always the best policy, but not in this case. But... you know, I told him, yeah, I've done porn in the past. I still do it as a side job, but I want a home job where I don't have to travel very much. You know,
okay.
Just stay
and how did he
home
feel about that?
Well, I mean, when I told them, they were like, oh, that's cool. You know, you can do whatever you want. As long as you show up and do your job, then it's,
really?
You know, not a big deal.
So he was okay for it. And then a customer called and said what?
Yeah, a customer called in and said, well, we know him. He's Kurt Wilde. We've seen him somewhere, and we know he's a gay porn star. We don't care if he's straight or what. We won't eat there because he's a gay porn star, and he makes our sandwiches. So they threatened a boycott, on me.
Really? While you were working there?
Yeah.
So what ended up happening?
They ended up just taking me into the office and firing me.
And they fired you. You know, it's interesting to me. Let's just focus on, you say that you're straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are attracted to women.
Of course, yeah.
But when it comes to your work in the adult world, right, you have sex with men.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it seems a little strange, but I mean, honestly, it's not that strange because, I mean, you know, you get into the straight porn industry. I mean, porn is porn, honestly, is what I believe. Porn is porn, and whether it's, you know, 2 guys, 2 girls, a guy and a girl, you know, I say I'm straight, and I really am. I'm married, 3 kids.
So how do you get aroused for a man in a scene if you're straight?
Well, I mean, I don't really get aroused for anybody but for my fans. I mean, my fans, knowing in the back of my mind that they're watching me, and they want me to perform at my best. That gives me a little motivation.
And your fans are gay men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so you say you get aroused for your fans. So you're thinking about your fans, and that makes you aroused? Isn't that gay?
The whole thought that I'm entertaining by just turning myself on and
so how
doing my job.
Do you think about a woman? Like, what do you do to become aroused?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to watch a porn to get ready. Other times you just get ready in your mind. And
you get ready in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Now... okay, I have to ask you a question that I'm sure we're all thinking, so I'm going to ask it.
Awesome.
How do I say this in daytime TV? Okay. It's Christmas Day. It's not today, but just say it's Christmas Day. Do you like to give presents or receive them? I think we all understood that.
If you put it that way, I mean, it's a job. I mean, you have to be mutual. I mean, you do whatever you want to do.
I understand that you were more comfortable, especially when you first started, with a certain type of gift giving or receiving. Which one?
The giving and receiving, either way, to me, it's the same thing.
Really?
So,
I heard that you were more comfortable being submissive or receiving the present.
There's room for question, I bet.
But why would you be more comfortable with that? I heard it was because you didn't have to look at him?
I feel more in control. Like, I'm not comfortable all the time. When I work with another guy, I'm not comfortable necessarily giving compared to receiving, because it's just, I don't know, I feel like, you know, it's easy for me to do, and I can do it and at least feel like I'm having a good time, you know, without being, you know, gay.
So you said you can be more turned on from the receiving.
I have to get myself turned on for the viewing purposes of everybody else. Like, when I'm working with the other guy, he's doing the same thing that I'm doing. We're both getting ready, separate, but then we meet in the middle and we create this, you know, scene together.
You know what
and
I
we'll
would
both
think?
Be straight.
I would think that, you know, because at first, when I heard that you liked to receive the presents on Christmas Day or Hanukkah or whatever, I was like, that doesn't make sense. He's gay, and he is just, you know, lying and saying that he's straight. Because, I mean, if you're going to receive, I mean, come on. That's like kind of more gay. But in your defense, I was talking to one of my producers, and they said, but Tyra, did you think about this? When you are the Christmas gift giver, you have to be aroused as a man to perform.
Right.
To receive the present, you don't have to be. You ever thought about that? Oh.
You know, I just like, you know, you have to get yourself in that mode to be able to do any of it.
Okay, so who do you think about?
Who do
Woman?
I think about?
Do you think about a famous person? Do you think about like a girlfriend?
Usually my wife.
You usually think about your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get into gay porn? You look like a little sweet little boy with an Argyle shirt on. That.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just,
how did you get into gay porn?
I just thought, well, hey, I can do that, you know, and
why not straight porn?
You know, the fantasy kind of seemed like, well, why not? You know, you try anything.
For
right?
gay porn or for straight porn?
For straight porn at first.
Okay,
See,
so then, how did it lead to the gay porn?
Well, I started out with a photographer who sent me a request. He's like, well, you want to get into to porn, right? And I was like, well, yeah, why not? You know, I want to get into straight porn. But he's like, well, the money is not going to be so good.
So for a straight porn scene, you would get, what, $300?
Maybe, something like that.
And then for a gay porn scene, you would get $3,000?
Or more.
Or more. That's interesting. So it's almost like, I wouldn't even think that a woman is turning you on. I would think that the money is making you get off.
Maybe, I don't know.
That it's the money.
Yeah, it's money, the fans, supporting my family. Just
talk about your family. How many children do you have?
I
You
have
said
three
you
kids,
have three kids and you have one on the way.
Yeah.
Don't you have worries that they're going to see you all over the internet when they get older?
Yeah, so yeah, that's going to be a conflict for everybody who has kids in the porn industry.
But let's talk about you.
You have to keep it away from them. You want to protect your children all the time, you know.
But I mean, if they just want to Google your name just for fun to see if you have a Facebook page or it's probably going to be called Spacebook in the future or something different, they're going to come across your stuff.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell them?
Well, kids, I mean, you know, that's it's a job, and you know, if I just don't want anybody to. And
you're going to say I'm gay for pay, or
that, you know,
what are you going to tell them about the sexuality part?
Just be who you want to be, you know, and.
So if they say, Dad, I want to be gay for pay too, yeah, it's rad.
I don't know. I mean, that doesn't settle well. I mean, you know.
Do you really think you want your kids to do porn?
No, I don't want anybody's kids to do porn. I mean.
So how does your girlfriend feel about this?
My wife, she.
Your wife, sorry.
Well, she's actually my fiance, but I plan on marrying her after I'm done with the industry. That way, I can just at least have a clean slate with her in our marriage. You know, I mean, there's to me a little bit of difference in matrimony versus, you know, to anybody who is married and has a porn job, more power to them. I don't have the heart to do it right now.
So you would stop when you get married?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with my family, everything I've done, everywhere I've gone. I don't take it home with me. My job stays in the big cities, and I go home to my family, and I just, you know, I mean, I never want anybody's kids to go into porn, and I don't want, you know, I'm not promoting porn.
Is there anything about it that you like? Anything about the gay porn that you like?
Well, it's kind of weird. You get to actually kind of make really good friends with your partners. Like, you know, after the scene, you guys aren't weird about each other. You know, you're like,
But
well,
you can make friends on MySpace.
right, right.